My name is Michelle Dillon. I am a senior marketing analyst with Jade Global, and I'll be your host and moderator today. And today we'll be going over insights into business processes through the activity lens on Gen AI for real-time transaction tracking. And our speaker today is Vikas Manchanda. He's a principal solutions architect with Jade Global. So welcome, Vikas.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you.
And just a little bit about Jade and our global overview right now. We are an IT services company. We have 2,000 plus employees and 500 plus clients in North America, and we've delivered 7,000 plus projects worldwide. Our locations are we're headquartered in San Jose, California, with 12 global offices in North America, Asia Pac, and in Europe as well. We're celebrating 21 years this year, and we were founded in 2003. Our enterprise apps include ERP, CRM, analytics, integration, and managed services. Our digital services include cloud and IT infrastructure, data analytics, and AI intelligent automation, application development and modernization, and quality engineering services. We have strategic alliances with Oracle, NetSuite, SAP, Salesforce, ServiceNow, Databricks, and several other high tech companies. Vikas has been in the IT enterprise and integration ERP technologies industry for 18 plus years. He's worked across various industries and played various roles, and he's been with Jade for 6 years in the data and AI practice. So, welcome, Vikas. We're excited for this session today. So, I'll pass on the mic to you.
Thank you, Michelle. Good morning, good evening, everyone, for all of those who have joined us. Now, the topic for today is how do we get insight into business processes through Activity Lens? Now, before we get into the solution, let's try to understand the problem statement. What is a business process? A business process is nothing but a series of steps that you execute in order to complete a business transaction. Now, these business processes are usually distributed across multiple systems. You use CRM, you use ERP, or maybe any other systems that you can use in an organization. Now, if you are a business leader or if you're a business owner or an IT support, if you have to get a visibility into your business processes, you have to tap into individuals who are managing those systems. And these systems are using different technologies. Now, integration, if you have integration running in your ecosystem, integration does help to some extent, but it does not give you a complete end-to-end picture. It actually gives you certain bit of insight, but the nowadays integration also runs on low latency mode, and also when the transaction has passed through the integration layer and it is sitting in any other system, at that time you do not have a view to tap onto, or you have a view to look into those transactions. Now, what all this does is it actually causes unnecessary delays. If you have a critical business processes running and you are trying to reach out to an individual, he's not picking up the phone, it is causing a business loss for you. You are not able to make informed decision. This is leading to all the inefficiencies in your business processes. Now, why do we need a solution for that? Now, real-time insights are very essential for your growth and today's competitive market. As a business leader, you want to be able to look into all the problems, not only when they happen, but also to be able to detect them before they can happen, so that you can take corrective action. If you miss a critical milestone, it is not good for the business, and your competitors will always have an edge over you. Now, how does Jade Global generative AI powered business activity solution can assist? So we've been working with our customer for last 2 decades, and all of these solutions that we develop come from the real life situation. Now, talking about this solution, is a process and application agnostic. Why do I say process and application agnostic? Because business process can be anything. It can be order to cash. It can be hire to retire. It is your process, the series of steps or the process that you follow in your organization. Imagine you have a way to tap into those processes through a dashboard or through an interactive way, where you can tap into each individual systems without going to different people, just through a one common dashboard. It is application agnostic. When I say application agnostic, an organization can use any application. If we build a solution specific to an application, it's not going to be scalable. And that's where this solution that we are working, or that we're talking about today, is a process and application agnostic. Then there is a Gen AI flavor added to that, which I will show in the demo, because I've seen a lot of time, lot of time the time gets spent in designing these solution, building these dashboard. But this solution will help you to track your business process efficiency with real time insight. You'll be able to detect bottlenecks before they get escalated, and what that eventually does, that you will be able to adapt to market conditions effortlessly, and you will have a better decision making process. Now, some of the use cases that I just talked about, the predictive capabilities, if you can tap into your business processes just from one location, you don't have to go 10 different system, talk to 10 different people, just be independent. That will give you an edge, not in terms of the cost reduction. You will have an RCA, you can apply RCA to your business problem. Imagine a system, or in a system, there are multiple transactions happening, and at the year end you get to, or not, in the month end you get to realize, oh, some of the order have not even shipped because there was some problem. Now you do not have to wait for those month end close cycles to understand those problems, if you have a way to tap onto those problems well before they happen. Now, talking about high level architecture will not go much detail into it, because I want to show you the demo. Here, I've just taken example of like a typical an order to cash cycle, where a customer order gets created in one system. For fulfillment, it goes to different system, and shipment, again, there are different carriers helping, and invoicing. We will see how this dashboard, or how this solution brings all of this system together through one common dashboard, and you can view all those transactions in a real time. Now let's jump onto the demo. Uh, so this is our login page, where this business activity lens. So it's actually asking you to enter your credentials, basically just to add an additional level of security, because this dashboard can be customized. This dashboard, the different user can have access to that. So based on that, it can connect to your SSOs to have a seamless login as well. Now, once you log in, on the left hand side that you see, there are three buttons. One is creating an initiative, edit, or delete. Now, what is an initiative? So we've been talking about your business process. Assume an initiative is nothing but a business process. This can be any number of steps, or any process that is specific to your organization. So you can either create an initiative from here, or you can go to initiative editor over here on the third tab on my right, and create the number of steps, whatever you want to enter. Another very important aspect I want to highlight is the SLAs. Now, if there is a business process that needs to be completed in 20, for example, an order to cash only, like you have starting from start till the end, you have to complete the whole transaction in 24 hours. Now, if you have SLAs defined at each and every step, so this framework or this solution is very much capable of notifying you well in advance that SLA is going to breach. And this whole transaction might not meet the complete SLA, so you can take corrective action before itself. You can just speed up your process on the second and third step, on the second or third, or wherever it's applicable. You can apply those corrective mechanisms, and so that your transaction gets completed on time. Now, let's look at this tab to create a new dashboard. Usually, when you create a new dashboard, it takes weeks, because you have to work with designers, and there are multiple people work on it. But again, thanks to Gen AI, that we've been able to create dashboards like this in few seconds. Now, before we had a technical glitch, I had created another in a dashboard called Procure to Play. But for now, I'm going to create another one. So just to um, so let's say this time I'm going to say hire to retire. Now let's AI do its magic. It's going to call OpenAI and use some certain LLMs behind the scenes, and it's going to come up with few suggestions. So just connecting. Okay, we're almost there. Yes. So just pulling, like, in terms of hire, what are the typical steps that happens in a hire to retire process? So it has came up with few suggestions called recruitment, onboarding, performance management, career development, and offboarding. These are some of the steps from that happens in a hire to retire process. Now you have an option to save this, or you have an option to edit this. Now, for the sake of demo, I'm going to say this: save the suggested initiative, and data gets saved. Coming back, I have I have another process called hire to retire. Now, either you can change this complete, like, you can have your own images. If you go to the initiative editor again, it's going to show you all the images that you can upload. You have your own images you can upload. So, for example, I just remove the existing image. It's going to convert into a step one, step two. SLAs, we already talked about it. Um, Now, going back to the home page, uh, now how do I quickly test this dashboard? If I go to the last tab, it's called transaction, and from the drop down, I would be able to see whatever initiative or business processes have already been created. For example, I just created hire to retire, and I'm going to say that uh, hire 123 is my correlation ID, and um, recruit underscore 456. I'm going to log a message that recruitment started for 111. Okay. Okay. It says committed successfully. If I just go here, go to hire to retire. So you can see that it is showing the transaction. One transaction has been entered, and you can see all the relevant detail related to this transaction. Now, another very important thing that I want to call out is like regarding those the little icons that you see. Um, right now, there are no SLAs breached, so that's why everything is showing as green. Now, if I go back to my order to cash demo, you see some of these transactions are showing yellows, some are showing with the purple icon as one. What this means is, you know, there are few transactions sitting in this step which have breached the SLAs. So if I just click onto that, it shows you all the SLAs, and it says that this is running behind the schedule. Now, coming back to this order to cash demo, let's see a real life example where I'm going to be entering few data for an opportunity. I would be logging into Salesforce, where I'm going to create an opportunity, and eventually it gets converted into an order in a NetSuite application where somebody would work on the fulfillment process. Now, let me take you to the Salesforce. I've already logged in. I'm going to create a new opportunity, and I'm going to name it test demo LinkedIn 999. I'm going to put some amounts, 20,000, close date of today, stage is closed one. Well, I'm going to save this data. Now, what is happening behind the scene is it's connecting to our solution. It is through APIs where it's pushing the data. And if we just go back to my dashboard, um, it's actually, yeah, you see, the moment I clicked on a transaction, I see a transaction appearing here over here, and since it has not breached an SLA, it is showing in under purple color. Under my view transaction, it was showing one here. Now it is showing number two. If I click on these transactions, wow. So it has already passed to go ahead and created an order. Now, right now, what before I could view the detail, the transaction has already gotten converted into an order. Now, earlier number of transaction over here was showing as zero, and here it was one. But before I could view, it has already gone converted, and you can see the number of transaction on this step has increased to 9. Let's try to click on this. I'm going to put a refresh. Click over here. Yes, you see here. Now, there are when you click on view transactions, it shows two different tabs. One for warnings. Warnings are nothing but all the SLAs that have been breached for different transactions. But if you go to success tab, it will show you the transaction which I just entered. Now, if I click on more details, it's going to show you all the things that happened to related to this transaction. Now it shows you the transaction ID. This was the ID that I created in Salesforce. This opportunity got created in Salesforce, and it has actually gotten converted into an order in NetSuite. Now, in terms of the some of the data that we're capturing, it's very minimal. It's we are not storing any PIA information. It is also storing the payload links. If you just click on each of these links, it'll take you those individual systems where you will have to log into credential. You have to enter your login credential, and you will be able to view those transactions. Now, since it has converted into an order, let me go ahead and try to find this order in NetSuite. Logged into NetSuite, it's already logged in. I'm going to find this order. So this order was not there earlier. As soon as this order got created through the framework, and I'm able to view this order over here. Now, this order, I mean, now I can work on this order. Let's say for the purpose of moving the transaction, happens in real time scenario too. Somebody would come and work on the fulfillment part of it. So I'm just entering some key details. Production, I'm going to say. So my transaction is fully saved, and I think the status is showing as picked. Now, as part of the business process, it can be anything you picked, packed, or shipped, whatever it is. Now, behind the scene, it is again pushing the data to this dashboard, and this happens in real time too. Now, if I just go ahead and click on the refresh button, you see the transaction which was appearing 1 in 9 here. It has moved on to the order fulfillment side. So this is actually binding your whole process together. I'm not going, individuals are performing those actions into their own system, but do not have to wait. I do not have to call different people. I'm able to visualize everything on a single dashboard over here. And if I just click on this transaction, let me just refresh. Yeah. Yeah. You click on again a success tab over here. You see that a new transaction has entered into a success, which is related to item picked. Click on more detail. You will be able to track all the history back to it. So you can see an opportunity got created, then it got converted into a sales order, then it got converted into an item. This is where you can actually view all your business transaction. Now, another important thing I want to show is like there are hundreds of transactions happening in your system, and you want to view some of them, or you want to find a status of a particular order. So there are multiple ways to do that. We have put some filters over here. Now let's go ahead and try to find through a correlation ID. If in your case it can be an order number or anything. If I just go ahead and click on it, so it actually, it has filtered my complete process according to this transaction. It is showing me, for this particular transaction, hey, you completed the opportunity, it got converted into an order, but it is sitting in order fulfillment state. It has not, invoices and payment are yet to happen. So that's why the status is showing yet to start for those. For order fulfillment, it is saying it is still sitting on the transaction. So now this actually helps business owners or business support person to be able to not only view the transaction in real time, you can actually search those transactions if there, and also if there are any errors happening on those systems, you can actually be able to visualize from one single dashboard over here. So I think we are adding more and more features to that. But as I mentioned earlier, we've been working with our customers to to understand the real life problems, and this does solve to a lot of business problems. With that, Michelle, I'll hand it over to you. Um,
Thank you so much because, like the name says, Activity Lens, it's visibility and traceability, right? So it really is an efficient way to get that all tracked. So thank you so much for the demo. We're opening the chat for any questions as well. And then, because can you get to the next slide? I'd like to tell everybody what we're offering. For the first 10 requests today, we're offering 1 week of free consultation to assess your current processes, and we'll deliver a tailored recommendation for optimizing your transaction flows, all from our expert consultants. So if you please take advantage of that, email your request to us at info@jadeglobal.com. We'd love to get connected with you, and this is a great opportunity to get that free week started. So again, we have 10 requests for the offering today. Thank you so much for joining us on this LinkedIn Live. We're looking forward to your questions, so please put that into chat. I do have a question though, because how long does it take to implement the solution?
Well, that's a very good question. So, in our scenario, we considered order to cash process, and there are two different pieces to that, Michelle. One is building a dashboard, and then how do we plug in the data to it. Uh, Building dashboard that we saw, like it just took me 3 seconds to build the dashboard. And then the second piece remains to it. How do we push the data? How do we supply data to it? Now it depends on number of system that you're connecting to. We have like different ways we can connect. We have events, we have APIs, we have pollers. There are multiple ways we can connect. So usually, like a typical 4 to 5 systems, and it doesn't take long. I would say like couple of weeks we can just have this dashboard up and running for our customer for a particular process.
Excellent. That's definitely a very timely process. So if you want to learn more about that as well, we have a QR code on the screen, and you can download the Jade Activity Lens data sheet on there, and we'll have more information on there. So don't be shy. Please enter your questions through chat. I did have a question come through private chat as well, because, and that's,
Mhm.
how can it read data from legacy applications?
Yeah, so that's again a very interesting thing to this solution provides. We've been very cognizant of the fact that all these the customers can be using some legacy applications too, which do not have a way to push the data to this solution. For those scenarios, we do have a capability to have a polar mechanism wherein they can just place the data on their file system anywhere within their network, and we will have a way we will they just need to just provide us a the connection details. We should be able to grab those location the data from that desired location, and then we can again achieve the same output with no issues.
Okay, excellent. Thanks, Vikas. So I guess thank you everybody again for joining. Please follow us on LinkedIn and all our social media channels. We will be providing a recording of this session if you miss any of the insightful pieces to it. And thank you for bearing with us and your patience, as we had just a slight delay due to some technical errors in the beginning. But we'd love to be part of your plans in 2025. So please connect with us, contact us again, take advantage of that 10-day free assessment. We look forward to keeping in touch with you. And thank you, Vikas, for such an insightful session. Always great
And
to be working with you on live webinars.
oh, thank you, Michelle. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks again, everyone, and wishing everybody a happy holidays. And we look forward to staying connected in 2025. We'll see you on our next webinar and our next live event. Take care. Bye now.
Thank you.